What will heaven be like? Grandma's porch, a place to relax, a place to enjoy. Come visit Grandma's porch. So what will heaven be like? And what will we be like in heaven? Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, I would be foolish to say that I know what heaven looks like because I don't. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on what heaven may look like. I did another video on heaven, so this is kind of a second follow-up video. Now, I never really thought a whole lot about what heaven is going to look like, and it just kind of occurred to me as a subject I wanted to talk a little bit about. But first of all, I want to show you what I often call heaven on earth, and it's my backyard. It's Grandma's porch. I just love, love, love being out here. This is one of my favorite places to be. I just love it. I just love it. I did my 5-mile run, and it was beautiful today, and now I'm getting ready to do my college work in a little bit. And so I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about what might heaven look like. What might we be like? Well, in my other video, I talked about that many of the qualities that we possess here, we may not have some of those in heaven because, well, some of the qualities are necessary for while we're here, like our personality type. That may or may not be with us in heaven. I think we'll be very, very refined in heaven. And I think what's necessary here may not be necessary there. I believe that we are souls walking around in human form. And I believe that we are a body, a mind, and a soul. And I believe that we're connected to the Spirit, to God. And this is my belief. And, everyone has their own beliefs, and that's fine. I'm just sharing with you my beliefs. And so what will heaven be like? And, well, I think that sickness will not be a part of heaven. I think we will have perfect, if you want to call them bodies, spirit form bodies. I think they will be perfect. There will be no sickness. There'll be no disease. There'll be nothing negative. We will be perfect that way. I don't believe we will age in heaven. And I don't believe that there is time in heaven. Like we have time here on earth. We have something called time. But I don't believe that there is time in heaven. So in a sense, it's timeless. And I believe that the relationships that we have here are spiritual. People that we just have this instant connection to, I believe that we are somehow spiritually sensitive to them. I often say, and I often tell this story, when I met my husband that morning, and I didn't even know, he existed, I had this overwhelming presence of this spirit, of this person standing next to me. And it was my husband. I knew the man that was standing next to me was my husband, but there was no one around me. I drove down the street. I could feel the presence. I kept looking around and looking around. I remember seeing a man and his wife pushing a baby carriage. For some reason, that stands out in my mind. But I kept looking on the sidewalks for my husband. And I could just feel this overwhelming presence. And so I went to the gym, and then I went out to get taco or a burrito or something like that, and I could feel this presence. And I thought, you know what, this is just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Well, I have to tell you it wasn't crazy, because that night in walked this man. His plane broke down. He was on a plane, it broke down, and actually he wasn't even supposed to be on that particular plane. And it broke down. He ended up there for 3 days. That man and I connected for just a few minutes, but somehow he got my telephone number. The next morning he called me and said, I don't know why I'm saying this to you, but you're going to be my wife. And I said, yes, I know, but call me back in 3 hours. I'm still asleep. And he did. And the rest is history. That's been almost 30 years ago, and that man is my husband. And so I believe I sensed his soul, and he sensed mine. And the events that took place are what connected us. They were divine connections, the divine circumstances, divine timing. And so I often believe that many of the people that come into our lives that are the right people are divinely orchestrated, and we are connected to them because we sense something about them, and that's what draws us to them. They're part of the puzzle. They're part of the equation while we are here, and to fulfill our divine assignments, our divine plans. And so what I believe is that when we get to heaven, we will recognize these people, our mothers, our fathers, our children, our aunts, our uncles, our friends. Will recognize them from being here with them. I think that there may be a very special relationship in heaven with the people that we were all connected to here. Someone asked me one day, well, when do I believe that the soul came about? I don't know exactly when the soul came about, but I personally believe the soul existed way before we were born. So I believe that our soul, it may have been in heaven up there somewhere, but I believe our soul was created, and then it was kind of given to us, in this body. And so that's what I believe. And for some people, they may think that that sounds very far out there, but I'm a very spiritual person. I'm a very down-to-earth person. I'm a very sensible person. I'm a very rational and realistic person. And yet I'm also a spiritual person. So I do look at things from a spiritual standpoint. I look at circumstances from a spiritual standpoint. I think a lot of negativity in the world that happens is also spiritually related. I think people can cause their souls to be sick or hardened. I think some people have hardened souls. They have just got so far in a wrong direction that they don't even really sense that they are in a wrong direction, or they do know it and they don't care. And so I think, our souls are just as much a part of who we are, and maybe the core part of who we are. And as much as our body is, and as much as our mind is, I believe that we are souls, and I believe we are minds, and I believe that we are bodies. But some people just think that they're a mind and a body, and they discount the soul. And so what will we be like in heaven? Will I have the same personality? I don't know. Oh, that's my computer that just went on. I edit my videos out on Grandma's porch, and when they're done editing, they pop up. So I do think that we will be very refined. I think that there won't be time in heaven. I think, I think we may have work, but it's work. It's not like work here where we go, oh, I got to get up for work. It's work that we love. Work that we love. I think we'll all be uniquely special in heaven with unique, kind of unique, I don't want to call it personalities, but kind of unique assignments. I think we will be I think it will be amazing. And yet I know that here on earth we're meant to be here. We're meant to have this wonderful earthly experience, and they're all connected. This is connected to our someday heavenly experience, and we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to be here for whatever the reason. And some things we don't understand. And I'm not pretending to understand heaven. I'm not pretending to understand everything. I'm just giving you my viewpoints on what I think heaven may be like. And that we are spiritual beings, and don't discount that part of us that is a spiritual being, and that our time here is so important and so valuable, and we want to use it wisely and make the most of it and bring about good here. There's a lot of people that don't bring about good, and I think that their souls are in deep conflict when they do that. And so I think people who are in harmony in their life are here to bring good, and they pay attention to what they're meant to do. And so, yeah. So my time here on earth, I want to spread love, and I want to spread good, and I want to live an accountable lifestyle, meaning I want to be accountable for what I am meant to do here in this lifetime. And, so I do believe that people come into our lives and they're here for a purpose, they're here for a reason. We're here in their lives for a purpose and a reason. And it's sort of like pieces to the puzzle that work together, that we work together. Okay, so I just wanted to share my little bit of heaven with you, my thoughts on heaven. Okay, from my house to yours, may God bless you, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye. And now you can hear my video playing. So how we handle disappointment is very, very important in Porch, a place to relax and a place to enjoy. Grandma's Porch.